Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Lois and today I'm going to do a get ready with me video. I'm just going to powder my face because I've just put my base on. What it is I've bought rather the Revolution Pro new palettes, the really bright colourful ones. I'll show you what they are in just a sec. Just got to finish powdering this base, and basically I'm just going to see what I can do with the palette. Right, so I've got this palette and it's called the Trends Mischief Maker, and it has this whole range of colours, and I'll swatch all the colours at the end of the video for you so you can see what they look like on the skin. But I'm going to just go in there and try and create a look now with this palette. Don't know what I'm going to do, so just bear with me. We'll just have fun with it, really. That's the palette I'm going to use today, but I also have this palette from Revolution Pro, which is the Trends Mischief Mattes. So I'm assuming it goes with this palette. So obviously you can use it with this palette. There's a lot of reflection on them. And also I have the Revolution Pro Regeneration Unleashed palette, and it's quite an everyday looking palette, I think. Yeah. We're going to go with this palette, and I might dip into this palette. I think I'm going to make quite a colourful look, but we'll see. Right, so I've decided to make quite a bright look. So for my transition shade, I think I'm going to go in there with this colour here, which is called Shameless. And it's really bright. It's a bright matte. I'd say like an orangey red. So I'm just going to go straight in there with that and see what look I can make. So I'll dip my brush in. And wow, that is pigmented. So I'm just going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to go in there. I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to do it. So, got my mirror. Oh my god. So I'm using this as my transition shade. I'm not one for wearing bright colours like this, but I do like to invent stuff and looks, and I just like to go with it and see how it turns out. That's my transition shade, and it's bright. So yeah, I'm just going to go in now, go with the other eye with the shade Shameless. Just cannot believe how pigmented, well, I can believe it's Revolution, but how pigmented this palette is. And I'm just loving it. This would have to be a fun look or a going out look. It's how I would wear it. I don't think me personally, I wouldn't walk around the streets in it because it is really bright. These palettes are definitely party palettes, but yeah, this is my transition shade. So looking at that, I'm just going to blend it in. So the next shade I'm going to take, I think I'm going to stick with that theme. Might go in some greens actually. So the next shade I'm going to take over is, and I'm going to use this brush here, and I think I'm going to go in there with the colour, this one, Outsider, and it's a teal blue. Don't even know if it's going to match or not, but let's do it. And that shade is Outsider, and that's what it looks like on my brush. So I'm just going to work that in there. You know, actually it's showing up brighter than I thought it would. I'm just going to take it again and just apply and blend. I do like colour though, as you can tell from my ears, but let's keep going with this. The colours are amazing. They just go on so pigmented, and this is a blue, or should I say a teal, bluey green going over a orangey red base, and I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. And it's just going straight over, so I'm just going to do the other eye. Sometimes I do like dramatic eye looks. So I'm going to apply a bit more of that colour. That colour is called Outsider. I don't know what colour would go next. I'm thinking like maybe a goldy colour, and then like for my lid, and then go with the black for the outer corners. I'm liking that look. I like the colours together. The bright, they don't mess around. One day, you can see my mirror, one day I'm going to try a cut crease. I'll see how that goes, because I've never actually done one before. So I think over my lid I'm going to go in and place with this brush a gold colour, and the colour is Trash, and it's this colour here. So I'm going to go in with that all over the lid. I'll apply it onto my brush. There's a bit of kickback, but never mind. I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. All over my lid. I actually quite like that. I like the transition between the shades. Tell me what you think in the comment section, please. But I do like creating new looks sort of right off the bat. It does make me happy. Again, I'm just going to go in, but there is quite a bit of kickback, or kick up, should I say, of this Trash shade. Doesn't bother me though, because the colours are really, really pigmented, so it's worth the kick up. I think the blue's kind of wiped itself out a bit. Never mind. You can go back in there shortly, just brighten that blue back up again. So I'm going to just wow. I've just sort of wiped the excess off my brush and it's really pigmented. Maybe I've gone a bit heavy into the eyeshadow pan. But considering that there's not really any fallout, I haven't put my concealer on yet. But I am going to go back into that outsider shade with my brush. And I'm just going to pop that into the socket. Again, because I do like that blue shade and I want it to show up stronger. And I'll do it again. Just take that and place that in the socket. A bit more, I reckon. If you've got this palette or you plan on getting this palette, go easy in the colours because they are really heavily pigmented. They're strong colours, and that is a good thing, or it can be a bad thing depending on how you're going into the palette and what look you're trying to create. But with colours like these, I think it's just a case of have fun and go for it. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to apply the black on my outer corner, and that is called Hellbound, and it's right there. It's Hellbound and this is the colour. I'm going to apply that right on my outer corner. Hellbound. And then I'm just going to try and blend it in. Yeah, they're just so pigmented, you really don't need much. You don't need to go into that eyeshadow pan hard at all, because you're just going to pick up too much product and regret it, because you'll just end up starting again. Just going to take my and blend that out. Take my last brush and blend that out. Make it all nice and smooth. You know, normally I'd put some thought into this eye look, but I just thought, do you know what, I'm just going to go for it and just do it. So again, on the other side, blend. I didn't think that these palettes would be like this heavily pigmented. It's like the blue's just gone again, because the colours are so strong that whatever colour you put in there on top just wipes out the other colour, because they're strong. So just bear that in mind when you're using the eyeshadow. They are strong colours, and I'm pretty shocked. I think next time I'm going to put a lot more thought into this look. Absolutely. I'm not just going there. I didn't expect the palette to be like this. But yeah, I'm just going to go in now with some concealer. And I'm going to be using my C9. My C9 Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'm just going to apply that now. think I thoroughly underestimated this palette. I really did. But with all that pigment, there's not that much fallout that I can see. Normally when you've got colours like that, you've got a lot of fallout as well, but not with these. Right, so I'm going to just blend that in using this brush. I do have a smaller brush for directly under the eye, but I'm just going to blend this some more. Down the nose, out. I hope this eyeshadow look works and it looks good. You're getting a raw, fresh eyeshadow look. Now I've got a smaller one of them brushes, and I'm just gonna. If you want to know where the brushes come from, they've come from Primark, and currently they're on in the sales. And I've got three of these brushes, and they're really good for foundation and concealer. That's what I use them for anyway. Right under the eye. You never pull very good faces deep when you're doing this. And now I'm going to set my under eye, and I'm going to use this powder from Primark, PS Instagirl Rose Powder, and that was £4. So I'm just going to shake some of that into the lid. And then I'm just going to take my Primark flat head brush. I think it's actually a foundation brush. I'm just going to apply that over my concealer to give it a good set. Making sure that my concealer is all set perfectly in place and doesn't move and slide off my face. I quite like the colours of the eyeshadow. If you do or you don't, let me know. So I'm going to highlight underneath the brow area and on the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to probably carry some colour underneath the eyes. I might go with that blue, considering that it's washed out. Taking that blue, which is called Outsider again, I'm just going to run it under the eye. You know, I'm really chuffed with how much pigment is in on here. I'm just going to go in with the inner corner. On my inner corner, and I am going to use a sponge applicator, I think, for this, and I'm going to take that gold which isn't showing up at all. I'm going to have to use a highlight shade, as most normal people would probably do, but I'm not normal. So I am actually going to change palettes, and I'm going to go in with a light shade. So I'm going to take my white chocolate, which is called Naked Chocolate by I Heart Makeup, and inside it looks like this. And I'm going to use the gold tone shade, which is this one. And I'm going to apply that on the inner corner and under my brow, I think. So I'm just going to go in with this sponge applicator again and just, yeah, that's better. That's better. I'm going to use the mirror actually on the palette. I love the smell of these palettes. They have this really nice warm chocolatey scent. What comes up, it's ever so nice. I might go on my finger actually and just, when you use your finger, it does lay down quite a lot of colour. I might with that look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off now and I'm going to apply my lashes and liner, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back and I've got my lashes on, as you can see. I'm now going to go in and apply my bronzer, my highlighter and my blush. So I'm going to be using a palette which is from Primark, and it looks like this inside. It says that on the outside. So I'm going to go in now, use my blush. So I'm going to take this shade here and I'm going to use that on my cheeks. So I'm just using the actual viewfinder as a mirror. So, and again, and then I'm going to use this as my highlighter. So I'm just going to take it on the end of my brush and then just again. This palette was from Primark and cost £5, and it's called the Pure Blush palette, and it has everything that you need in it, and it's good. It is a good palette. So that highlighter, apply it there, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and I'm going to use my bronzer, which I don't have in that palette, but I'm going to use a see what I've got here. I'm going to take it from the Primark Chocolate Palette Contour and Eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with this shade here and use that as my bronzer. I'm going to take this brush, it's like a fluffy brush, and then just apply it in there and obviously under the jawline as well. Next, I want to go in with my lip liner, and I'm going to be using the chocolate lip liner from Primark. Around the lips. Hoping I can find me chocolate lipstick. I hope so, because today I've not been able to find anything. It's terrible. Now I think I'm going to use this, and it's the metallic matte lip crayon, and that is also from Primark, so I'm just going to apply that. Looks like that on the end. It doesn't say what colour it is at all. Oh, hang on, no, it does. 24K dip. But I did get it in a sale and it cost me £1. And it smells like Turkish Delight, interestingly. That's my finished look. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please subscribe, because I don't have many subscribers. Leave me comments if you want me to try anything out. I'm more than happy to do that. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Sorry for not looking into the actual lens that much, because I've been using my viewfinder, but yeah, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed my look. Thank you. Bye.